Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the Retro Supershow. I am Jeremy Ball.
And I'm Seth Tolman.
And what we're going to be doing is something a little different for you guys. What we're going to be doing is review games, movies, comics, pretty much everything you can imagine.
Pretty much everything, but they need to be 5 years or older.
5 years or older, that's why
our rule.
So it's retro. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to tell you if it's good or bad according to now.
And I know what you're wondering, how exactly are you going to tell us if it's good or bad? Well, I'm glad you asked, because we have a system that comes in ratings of 5. If we give something 5 fast forwards, skip it. It's the worst thing on the planet.
Go on with your life.
What do we do with rewinds?
But if we give it 5 rewinds, that means go back and watch it. Watch it, play it, read it, do whatever you got to do to get a hold of it, because it's going to be pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, that intro was long enough, Jeremy. Okay, I think it's time we moved on.
Alrighty. So today, since we're getting a little close to Halloween, what we're going to be doing is some Halloween type stuff for you guys. So we're going to start off with Chucky. Or
you mean Child's Play? Child's Play.
Child's Play.
So Child's Play, not Chucky, is a movie that came out in 1988, and it's about a killer doll, I guess.
The movie starts off with Prince Humperdinck chasing old Wormtongue from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, he's through some kind of alley, and they run into a makeshift Toys R Us from like China or something like that. I don't know.
Wormtongue gets shot to pieces, and then he does some sort of voodoo ritual, and then he becomes the doll, but he's still got this killer instinct. So, hey, recipe for disaster, let's go. Let's put him in the hands of some 6-year-old boy, whatever.
Yeah, because hoodoo voodoo are better than white guys from New York.
This movie starts off with the worst mom ever. She tries to give this kid a present, and it's like the size of a damn coffin.
Dude.
But all that's in it is one pair of pants.
But the kid don't want pants. Who wants pants? Kids don't like pants. It's like getting socks
I
for
never
Christmas.
wore pants as a kid anyway.
That's what I'm saying, right?
I
never wore socks.
wasn't in diapers until I was 8.
I still don't wear socks. The film moves on. So the kid's like, this sucks. I want Chucky. So she says, Chucky sold out. So what does she do?
Obviously, she goes to the homeless guy down the road and picks up a good guy doll.
Because homeless people have a purpose, y'all. Stop being mean. So she gets this homeless guy to sell her a Chucky doll, and of course takes that straight home to her kid because it's not, got poison or pee or anything on it.
And then her boy immediately says, "Thanks, Mom, it's not pants."
And he rubs his face on it and, oh, love. So Chucky basically comes alive and
starts murdering people.
Yeah, good stuff.
Do you remember the My Buddy dolls?
Everybody had a My Buddy, except for school kids. Seth had one.
The My Buddy franchise tanked.
Yeah.
Because of this movie.
Oh,
so, way to kill another franchise.
But that's how you know you got a good film, when you could kill other people's things with a murdering Chucky doll.
Chucky.
Man, that kid can't talk either. He keeps saying that. He can't just say Chucky. He goes, Chucky.
Chucky.
I mean, they could have picked some other kid that could have acted, but there's a couple of cool scenes in this movie. They go and visit the voodoo guy that helped him learn voodoo, that helped Charles Lee Ray learn voodoo in the first place. And when Chucky comes and visits him, that's actually a pretty good scene.
It's probably the only good scene in the movie, in my opinion.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I'm sure hardcore fans love the movie for the nostalgia factor and the factor that they can go back and enjoy it. And if that's you, fantastic. But remember, we're trying to make sure that,
We're trying to keep it level here.
Yeah.
We're trying to eliminate the nostalgia goggles and actually examine something for what it actually is. The characters make dumb decisions.
It's just
Chucky really isn't that scary.
It's rough.
It's rough.
It's rough.
Yeah.
It's rough. You want to like it. You do. But there's so many dumb things that happen that it makes it really hard.
So as for the movie itself,
Oh, for God's sake.
it's an 80s slasher flick.
It's different.
It's different.
I mean, it was probably good for the time.
You know what? I won't even go that far because, you can't put a time on stupid.
It's got all the stupid horror tropes, like the things that you're like, why in God's name would they do that? It's
I know this doll is alive, and I know it's a killer doll, and it just rolled under the couch, but I'm going to slowly go down and give it plenty of time to hit me in the eye.
I mean, easily done. And everybody does it for some reason. But the coolest thing is Chucky is like the best drop and roll character ever, except when he's on fire.
Yeah. Stop, drop, and roll, except for when it counts.
For me personally, one fast forward. It's too dated, and they do too many dumb things, and it just doesn't redeem itself.
Nobody believes you.
Sorry. But that's what it is. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just... What do you think?
Okay, and to remind everybody, that's one fast forward out of 5. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Myself personally, I'm actually going to be a little harsher than my friend Jeremy here, and I'm going to give it... out of 5 fast forwards, this is honestly a solid 3. This is 3 fast forwards out of 5.
You stupid.
It's honestly, it's kind of unbearable. I mean, even if you turn your brain off and try to take the movie for what it is, you still gotta cringe and be like,
it's too much. It's too
why?
much. Even the title was originally supposed to be Batteries Not Included, but Spielberg stepped in and just scrubbed that beard a little and said, you know, you're done.
Damn it, Spielberg!
And then they sent him a Chucky doll, I guess. That's about it for Child's Play. That's all we got for you.
That's all we got.
Yeah.
Moving on. Watch it if you want to, but don't say we didn't warn you.
Yeah. Okay, for this one, we're going to be talking about one of my favorites, Castlevania III. That's right. Let's game this mofo. That's right. I'm going to try to be as unbiased as I can because I love this. I am biased, but I love this game, man, because even going back and playing it again, it was still as good as I remember.
Yeah,
just
you
being
see,
honest.
now Jeremy played this whenever it first came out, you know, age
You
difference being what it is.
betcha.
Now, me personally, I did not play this game until years and years later. I didn't grow up necessarily on the NES, but I did start on the Sega Genesis though. I played Castlevania II Simon's Quest before this one, so this one is radically different.
Simon's Quest so good. So
Yeah,
good.
I mean, a lot of people don't think Simon's Quest is good, but it actually is. Castlevania 3 takes things in kind of a different direction in the sense that it's non-linear like Simon's Quest, but it's non-linear in a different. It's non-linear in chunks. You get to choose your own path.
Yes.
Whereas in Simon's Quest was like free roam, like
And
Adventure of Link, for
it
example.
added a lot of new things, like being able to play different characters just by hitting select. You could collect them and then play them all. You could only carry one at a time, but still they didn't matter because where you chose your path to go, you could choose to pick those characters just by going to them.
Yeah, we got Grant the pirate guy. We got Aykroyd, son of Dracula. Aykroyd is Dracula backwards, by the way. Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
and then we got
Sypha. Sypha, which is spelled two different ways from the book to the game. So you know, there was always a lot of is he a man? Is he a woman? Not a I said is he both times, but either way, you see where I land. The game is fun. It's excellent in those ways that the Clock Tower has the great music that you expect out of Castlevania.
Yeah, Castlevania music never disappoints. This game
Always
is no
good.
different. Castlevania games are always fun, memorable boss fights.
Yeah,
boss fights out the wazoo.
Now you get no flame whip like you got in Simon's Quest, but that's okay. I can live without it.
And there's no lying villagers in this one.
No.
There's no villagers at all that tell you lies. And
that is a downside because they should have left that in there, to be honest. But
what villages? You think villages?
I really do.
That would have been great, actually.
It would. It would. It was revolutionary in so many different ways. It's the first one to use the password key code stuff with symbols and stuff like that they use in pretty much every. Not every, but most Castlevania games. After that,
yeah, a lot of games used it after this one for sure.
But there's some weird things about it, like the soundtrack. We were watching a playthrough and I was like, that music ain't the music. Come to find out, Japan had better music, and they put a little chip in there just to make sure they got it, but they didn't send it to us.
I know. It was a
Jerks.
special chip in there that made better music for Japanese audiences only.
Jerks. The family of Belmont. This one's Trevor.
Oh, yeah, Trevor,
the Belmonts just continue forward, kicking butt on through the years and years and years. And it's got that nice history to it that I really like about the game.
Yeah, for the first time, it actually started taking a stab at, storytelling.
Yes.
The Castlevania lore was sort of established with this game.
Yes,
you know
I mean, thank you. Symphony of the Night. Thank old Castlevania 3.
Symphony of the Night would not have happened without Dracula's Curse.
That's where they pull out card, man.
Yep.
Oh, that's great. I'm trying to be as unbiased as I can, to be perfectly honest. No. For what it is, I'm definitely going to give it.
Forget about it.
3 rewinds. 3 rewinds. I think it's a great game, and man, it's solid in so many different ways. So yeah, 3 rewinds for me.
I'm going to go a step further, man. I'm going to give this one a solid 4.
Nice.
4 rewinds, because honestly, like NES games, this is probably one of the pinnacle NES games.
Yes.
As far as like music, graphics, gameplay, establishing Castlevania lore, giving all of this a story.
It's just a solid
Castlevania
ticket.
From that point on piggyback off of what Dracula's Curse established.
Yes.
Like, how can you go wrong with that? This is a solid 4 rewinds.
Damn.
What?
I kind of want to give it 4. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not cheating the system. Okay, what are we doing next?
I don't know.
It's Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters from 1984. That's
Who you
right.
gonna call?
If there's something strange in the neighborhood, who you gonna call?
One of the better horror comedies of all time, to be, in my personal opinion.
Yeah,
Very good.
Of course, we got Bill Murray, we got Dan Aykroyd. Who else we got?
We got Ernie Hudson and we got Harold Ramis.
Perfect.
And
And Sigourney Weaver, who could
Oh,
forget?
that's right. Oh, there's even Rick Moranis in this film.
Oh, yeah, he's in
There's
there,
a
too.
whole lot of people littered throughout this film.
Yeah, definitely.
And it flows really well, even for the time period. That movie just feels solid in a lot of ways.
It's really solid. Like, you can just get the impression that this is a solidly written film just about like maybe 5 minutes into.
It's basically a bunch of scientists that are, they're trying to prove that paranormal stuff actually exists. They're working out of a freaking college, and they get booted from the college.
Yes.
So, Ray Stantz sells the family farm, essentially, and basically uses the money to buy a firehouse.
Wow, this place is great.
There's this ancient evil that's trying to come back.
That's messing with Sigourney Weaver and Rick Moranis, who becomes the keymaster, and she becomes the, what is it?
Gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper.
Yes.
Are you the keymaster?
Not that I know of.
Ghosts
And-
are invading New York City. That's
Yeah,
the easier
yeah.
way to say it. Ghosts are invading New York City.
At an alarming rate, they just keep capturing more and more and more and more ghosts. And this
And who are you
leads-
going to
and this-
call?
Yeah,
who
who are you
gonna
going to call?
You got to call the Ghostbusters.
Now, I do have a critique though. It starts out really, really good, but I feel like as the action picks up, that's when the pace slows down. And it's very
Yeah.
unusual in the sense that like action is picking up, but pace is slowing down. It's really weird.
I think
how
a
it
lot of
manages
it's.
that.
I think a lot of it's the Stay Puft Marshmallow. You gotta walk slow. You can't have him running at them. I mean, that just that'd be like Godzilla on like speed. I mean, except Fluffy. There was a lot of people that are supposed to be in this film actually, or they were thinking about them. I mean, Christopher Walken, Jeff Goldblum,
Christopher Lloyd, right?
Christopher Lloyd,
Yeah.
and John Lithgow. All of them were actually considered for Egon, but Harold Ramis basically said, "No, they're not as good as me," and took it over.
Good idea.
And the rest, as they say, is history.
Hey, but
he's
it worked.
Egon.
He is Egon.
Yeah.
That absolutely made sense, and it worked.
Good old Michael Keaton, Batman and all that. He
Yes.
was actually supposed to be Dr. Peter Venkman
Or Egon.
or Egon. And did he turn it down or was he turned
He
down?
turned it down. Gomer. Gozer.
Gozer.
Gozer was originally intended to be Pee Wee Herman, which is very surprising in so many different ways. Dan Aykroyd wrote the film. They intended for Eddie Murphy to be Winston in the first place, but that's actually why Winston's character is diminished so much, because Eddie Murphy turned it down.
You know what? That's another critique I got going on for me. They introduced Winston pretty far into the film.
This is Winston Sedmore. He's here about the job.
You never
And
get to know
I
him.
feel like, you never really get to know him.
They didn't develop him enough.
Feels like they just threw him in there.
There's just so many interesting facts about this movie. I mean, when the Stay Puft comes out, Ray says he couldn't help it. He was remembering when he was camping, and they used to all sit around the campfire at Camp Wakanda.
By the fire at Camp Wakanda.
So as for this film, I would say that this is just a nice, solid, timeless film. Like, you can't watch this movie and possibly go, this movie is bad. It's just impossible. You can't hate it. This movie's hate-proof. I gotta say, for a comedy, this movie actually goes there. It's like the plot actually gets to a point where it gets like really, really bizarre, like to the point where you think they wouldn't have taken it that far.
Yes, there's a reason why this movie is still well known, and it still will be. That's why they're trying to remake it, and they keep on failing, because it's hard to
You can't recapture that magic. You can't.
That's lightning in a bottle, man. People consider this a good movie for a reason. So, for me, I'm gonna give it 3 rewinds. Because I totally believe you should go back and watch this film. I think it's totally worth your time. It's not so aged that you can't really get into it. Sigourney Weaver's hair is a little wild, but either way though.
Speaking of how about Bill Murray's hair, well, I actually agree with Jeremy here. I am going to give it 3 rewinds as well. Good, solid flick. Now, going back and watching it these days, you're gonna have fun. Is it gonna blow your mind?
No.
No. But you will enjoy it.
It's a good,
It's a
fun
solid
watch.
3. A solid 3
It's
rewinds. Just watch it. You'll enjoy it. It's the perfect time to do it around Halloween. Just do it.
Yeah, enjoy the film, have fun watching it, and then go out and get some candy.
If you're gonna do that, make sure it's Crunch Bars, because that is Ghostbusters candy.
Crunch bars and Twinkies.
Yeah,
Make it
Crunch
happen.
Bars and Twinkies. Make it happen.
So, friends, foes, and all those in between, thank you for checking out our stuff. Till next time, I've been Jeremy Ball.
And I'm Seth Tallman. And be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that YouTube stuff that you're always constantly being heckled for.
Yeah, no.
But the most important thing to take away from this video is, please, if you want us to review a movie, a video game, we may even start reviewing comic books
Yeah,
here
toss it down.
soon.
Toss it down in the comments.
Yeah,
down
send
there.
us a comment.
We'll
We'll
check
review
it
it.
out.
I mean, why not? Be the first one.
Exactly. There you go. So, till that time, I've been Jeremy Ball,
Seth Tallman.
and thanks for watching, guys.
See you later.